Hello and welcome back to the Manchester United View transfer as we gear up for the summer transfer window opening in mid-June. 1 Gyokeres Victor 2. Tron Alexander and Old 3. Trincao 4. Joe Bellingham 4. Corner Barley 5. Jadon Sancho 6. Alexander Isaak. It is expected to be a busy summer for the Reds after what has been an unquestionably difficult season for them. Ruben Amorim was afforded little funds in the January transfer window to improve his squad, but was able to bring in both Patrick Dorgu and Aiden Heaven, who have each had positive impacts on the first team. However, the Portuguese head coach will be hungry for further improvements this summer, with several areas of the squad needing investment. Man Sport reported this week that United are eyeing 10 departures at the end of the season. Included in these departures will be Jadon Sancho, who is enduring a difficult loan spell at Chelsea currently. It is understood that Enzo Maresca's men could choose to pay United £5 million instead of activating the £25 million obligation, the buy clause agreed last summer. In terms of incomings, Victor Gyokeres has been linked with a reunion at United. The Swedish striker hit the greatest form of his career under Amorim at Sporting. Meanwhile, we will also be bringing you news of the injury situation at Old Trafford, which includes the latest on Ahmad, who posted a cryptic message on social media about his return to fitness. Manchester United have been linked with a move for former Sporting Lisbon winger Francisco Trincao. The former Wolves and Barcelona star is thought to be valued at £30 million, and recent reports claim that the Reds are showing interest. Trincao was a regular under Ruben Amorim at Sporting, having made 131 appearances under the current United boss. After scoring just 3 goals and providing only a single assist in 30 appearances at Wolves, the attacker enjoyed a new lease of life in his homeland under Amorim. The 25-year-old has been instrumental in Sporting's push for another Liga Portugal title this campaign. While Trincao may have struggled at Wolves, his overall improvement can be traced back to his time playing alongside legendary former Barca star Lionel Messi. In February 2021, Trincao stepped off the bench alongside Messi to net a late winner in a 3-2 comeback against Real Betis, keeping Barcelona's La Liga title hopes alive. Shortly after taking to the field against Betis, Trincao found himself in a goal-scoring position but elected to pass to Messi, and the chance was lost. After a quick pep talk from Messi, in which the Barca captain instructed Trincao to take on the shot if a similar chance arose, the youngster went on to confidently dispatch the winner. Abel Ferreira, who coached Trincao at Braga, insists that the Portuguese has many more strings to his bow. The former coach even believes his ex-pupil can play a similar role on the pitch to that of Spanish greats Xavi and Andres Iniesta. He is not a pure winger. He is not a player who plays every game close to the line, Ferreira told Mundo Deportivo in 2020 via Birmingham Live. He likes to receive the ball on the right and move inside. Francisco plays best between the lines. Don't expect Trincao to play wide on the field. He is a young player, but he understands the game. You can play with 4-4-2, 3-4-3, or 4-3-3 formation. The strong point of this player is playing between the lines. In a 4-3-3, he can play in the roles of Xavi or Andres Iniesta in the center of the field and between the lines. He is a player that occupies these spaces very well. He did it with me at Team B of Braga, and he continues doing it now. Fabrizio Romano says Liverpool have identified next big thing to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool have reportedly identified Connor Bradley as the next big thing to help them recover from Trent Alexander-Arnold's departure. That's according to Fabrizio Romano on his Here We Go podcast, with the Italian journalist suggesting quite strongly that the Reds won't necessarily move for a new right-back in the market this summer. Alexander-Arnold is now widely expected to join Real Madrid once his contract with Liverpool expires this summer, and that's undoubtedly a huge blow for the Merseyside Giants. However, in Bradley, they have another big prospect who's always looked highly reliable when called upon to fill in as a backup for Alexander-Arnold. Connor Bradley could be Liverpool's right back once Trent Alexander-Arnold moves on. Some Liverpool fans might be concerned that the club don't currently seem to have more big-name targets in mind, but sometimes the best players can be found internally. Alexander-Arnold himself originally came up through the LFC Academy, and Bradley looks like he could be ready to step into being Arne Slot's first-choice right back now. In terms of right back, what I'm hearing is that they are very happy with Connor Bradley. They believe that Connor Bradley can be part of this future Liverpool squad. They believe he's a huge talent, Romano said. The responsibility of being the starting right back at Liverpool is going to be completely different, but they feel this boy has everything in place in order to become an important player for Arne Slot. I was there at Anfield, Liverpool-Real Madrid game in November. I think November, December, I don't remember. There was a tackle from Connor Bradley and the reaction from the crowd. The reaction from Anfield, I think, was the perfect start of a new story. So that moment shows how Liverpool as a club, but also as a fan base, is ready to trust his boy, is ready to trust Connor Bradley. Then let's see what they do on the market. But Connor Bradley internally is considered the next big thing at right back, and they fully trust him for the future. Man United plotting move for Sunderland star as 8 transfer decisions made in Amorim rebuild. The Red Devils are set for a busy summer transfer window as Ruben Amorim looks to overhaul his squad, with at least 7 players reportedly told they can leave the club. Man United told brutal Joe Bellingham transfer truth. Manchester United have been told that Joe Bellingham has only attracted reported transfer interest from clubs, including the Reds, due to his brother's success. Jobe's sibling Jude has become one of Europe's finest midfielders in recent years. The England and Los Blancos star has an impressive tally of 23 goals across all competitions in the 2023/2024 season, and was instrumental in securing Real's La Liga, Champions League, and Spanish Super Cup victories. The ex-Birmingham City ace was on United's radar back in 2020, prior to his move to Borussia Dortmund. It is reported that then Reds boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer enlisted the help of legendary manager Sir Alex Ferguson to try and convince Bellingham to sign for the club. Euro will be like a new signing. When Lenny Euro joined Manchester United instead of Real Madrid this summer, he probably expected his development would be fast-tracked at Old Trafford. The then 18-year-old was considered a generational talent, but was likely to be eased into life at the Bernabeu. At United, there was an expectation that he would be ready for the here and now, as evidenced by the £52 million United offered Lille to blow Real out of the water in what many considered a one-horse race for his signature. Signing for a club with the stature and ambition of Manchester United so early in my career is an incredible honor, said Euro. Where Sancho could go if Chelsea don't want him. Sancho is currently suffering another mediocre season, at best in the Premier League, with a spell at Chelsea not being the rejuvenation that he wanted. If Chelsea choose to pay the £5 million fine to United rather than buying Sancho for £25 million, it leaves question marks as to where he will go next. However, Bild understands that both Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen are aware that Sancho would like to return to the Bundesliga and would be open to moving for him. Dream target. For Arsenal named by Fabrizio Romano as Gunners working hard to make signings. Arsenal are reportedly continuing to work hard on signings and attack, with Fabrizio Romano also providing the name of the Gunners' dream target up front. Although it looks unrealistic for now and may have to wait until the summer, it seems the dream target for Arsenal remains Newcastle United frontman Alexander Isak. That's according to Romano as he spoke to Give Me Sport about Arsenal working hard in private to get something done in the transfer market. I was a Manchester United fan as a kid, but I knew I had to leave after just one training session, which Man United flop made this huge revelation. Isaak has been in superb form for Newcastle in recent times, so perhaps looks ideal to help Arsenal make that step up from being title challengers to going all the way and establishing themselves as more of a dominant force that can win silverware year after year. Alexander Isak is Arsenal's dream signing, and it's easy to see why. Isaak is currently on a run of 14 goals and 3 assists in his last 12 games in all competitions, with the Sweden international surely too good to carry on for much longer at St. James Park, especially if Eddie Howe's side miss out on Champions League qualification for next season. Discussing Arsenal's transfer situation, Romano said, "I'm sure that, in private, they Arsenal are working hard. We'll try to find out who they want to bring in. Obviously, the dream target remains Alexander Isak at Newcastle, but this is not a player who will be leaving in January. Arsenal might do well to wait for someone like Isaak, who is good enough to focus on as a long-term target. But it's also true that Mikel Arteta needs more depth up front right away. The injuries to Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus are a big problem for the Gunners, while Kai Havertz hasn't quite been at his best in recent times. Isaak or someone similar could be ideal to help AFC turn their season around, but in all probability, this will have to be one for next season instead. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more updates.